Yeah, hi everyone. I'm audible. Hello, guys. Can you hear me? Yeah. Okay, guys. So let's start with the session. Give me a moment. I'm sharing my screen. Okay. Yeah. I hope, guys, you can see my screen, right? If you can see my screen, please give me a quick confirmation in the chat. Yeah. Okay. Fine. So thank you, guys. Thank you for the confirmation. Now let's begin with the session. So in the previous session, we initiated one project. If you will look into the previous to previous session, right? Because in yesterday's class, I think Mayank has completed one project, and I initiated one project on this channel. And inside that project, guys, I already did so many things. If you will look into my project, so here what I have done, I have created my agentic workflow, and apart from that, I created a UI. Okay, so here you can see inside my main .py, not my in my main.py. In my main.py, basically I created a basically API. So I expose my entire application as a API over here, and then, guys, I had one more file. The file name was the streamlit app.py, right? So, guys, if you are not following to me, what you can do, you can go and check with the previous to previous session. How you will check? Just check out with this channel in the live section. You will find out the LLMOPS class 1 and 2, right? So there we have already discussed this particular project. If you are not aware about the problem statement, so we have already discussed the problem statement in that class. So, guys, what we are going to do here, we are going to do the further thing. So here in the previous class, I was coding my tool. So if you will check that I have created a multiple tools over here: arithmetic operation tool, currency conversion tool, expense calculator tool, place search tool, weather info tool. So if you're not aware about this thing, for sure you can go and check out with my previous session, and even I will show you like where you can find out the entire code base. So first of all, let me open my GitHub, guys, and then what I will do. So just a sec. So here I'm opening my GitHub and I'm sharing the link of the project. So just a second, guys. I'm opening my repository. In my repository, if you will search with the Sari Savita GitHub, you will also get my repository. So this is a project, guys. I'm sharing a link of it, this one. And what you can do, you can clone it. If you are joining me first time, if you are watching this session first time, then what you can do, guys, you can simply clone this repository and you can do project along with me. Okay. Now what I'm doing, guys, so rest of the part I'm going to code with respect to this project. So I'll start from the tool. Okay, I'll try to code a tool, and I will try to set up the remaining environment keys, environment variable. So here inside this guys project, right? So this is my all the tools. I created a file of it, but I haven't coded much of them. Today I'll do that. Okay, so in the yesterday's class, guys, there was a separate project that was related to the autogen. and this particular project is related to the line graph. So where I define the line graph workflow. So inside this particular file, I created a line graph workflow, guys. See this graph builder over here. Now, what I'm doing, so first of all, let me give you the quick recap from the previous classes, and then step by step, one by one, we'll try to write a code of it. So guys, here you can see we have our arithmetic operation tool, and we don't have anything over here. Even we don't have anything inside the currency conversion tool, expense calculator tool, place search tool, weather info tool, right? So we have, see, in the weather info tool, we have a code, but in rest of the tool, you will not be able to find out a code because we have to code the remaining part of it, and then we'll try to execute this application. Now, apart from this one, guys, what we have to do, so we have to like keep the environment variable over here. I just kept only one, that was my grok API key, but I'm going to keep the other one also, like Google API key, gplace, foursquare, tably, open weather map, exchange API rate, langchain API key. So whatever API key would be required, I'll be keeping over here so that we can utilize inside our project. Okay. So now first up, what I will do, guys, I'll give you the idea of the problem statement, which I already kept with me over here. Okay. So our project name was the AI based trip planner system. So guys, here what we are going to do, we are going to be use a real time data for planning a trip for any city in worldwide. If we're talking about the real time data, so this particular data, guys, we're gonna consume from the various APIs. Okay, so I shown you that we can consume the data using the weather API. We can consume the data like from any other API like places and all, that is Foursquare or Gplace. Then we were having one more. Okay, for calculating a total, for calculating this total cost, we are going to be consume the we are going to be create a custom tool. Then we have a currency conversion. So for this also we were having one API, that was the exchange API. Then for the identity planning, again we can use some LLM capability. And then we were having this next one, that was the expenses calculation. Again we are going to be create one specific tool for this one, that we are having this generator summary. So again we are going to be use the capability of the LLM. Okay. So this problem statement I already discussed in my previous classes. If you are not aware about it, you can simply go and check out over there. Now, one more thing was there, guys. So what I did in my previous to previous class, so there I created a complete project structure, the folder structure with the UI package, sorry, UV package, package manager, and we created a complete folder structure. We initiated our development, and we created the UI, we created an endpoint, and we created a workflow. Okay. So guys, one thing is remaining only. We have to code our tool and the calculation, means the calculated function with respect to those tools. And I hope guys you understood the agenda as well as you got the project. So with your permission, I think we can start with the coding. So first of all, I would like to know how many of you are following to me from very first session. May I know the chat, guys? How many of you are following to me from the first class itself? I just want to know in the chat. If you're following to me from the first class itself, that please do let me know. And this is the 3 days workshop. So this is the day three, means the last day of it, where we are going to be coded. Okay. So if something is going to be remaining, we'll shoot the video or we'll plan one more session regarding that. Okay. So our main agenda of this session to complete our development part of it, which we have initiated 2 classes back, right? So first thing, guys, first and foremost thing, what we are going to do, we are going to start a code tool, right? So here I created a file like arithmetic operation tool, currency conversion tool, weather information tool, place search tool, then expense calculator tool. So weather information tool, I already calculated, as you can see over here. Now my aim to calculate create a different tool. So here I'm going to create this currency conversion tool. Okay. So inside this currency conversion tool, guys, what I will do, I'll be creating a class, right? So let me create one class over here, and the class name is going to be what, guys? The class name of this tool is going to be this currency converter tool. Okay, this one. Now what I will do after this one, guys, so we are going to be create one function, that is my init. So inside the init itself, we're going to write a complete function, the complete initialization and all for this particular class. So here guys, what I'm doing, I'm going to be create a self, and yeah, that is fine, this is perfect. Now what I will do, I'll be creating a the further function of it. So function wise guys, what I will do, I'll be creating one function. The function name is going to be setup tool. Okay, so using this particular function, I'm going to be set up the tool setup underscore tools, and here I'll write this self, right, and then I will be writing a different tools and all. So guys, I'll write a code over here inside this setup tools. Now until what I can do, until I can create the until I can write up basically code in my other file as well. So I'm going to be open this arithmetic operation tool. Okay, so inside this arithmetic operation tool also I will write my code. So let me do one thing, let me write a code over here. So in the arithmetic operation tool guys, I'll be keeping the normal function like multiply, addition and all. If I have to do any multiplication, addition and all, I will take a help of this particular function. So as you can see guys, here I have this multiply. Okay, then we have this add, which is taking, see, multiply is taking two argument a and b, and it's going to be perform the multiplication of it. Then we have one more function, that is a and b, sorry, addition, which is again taking a and b and doing a addition of it. We are going to be create a tool guys. So for the tool, this doc string would be required. This is mandatory for every tool if you are going to be create a tool using this particular decorator. Okay, now this decorator actually we have loaded from the LangChain itself, as you can see. Now apart from this one guys, here you can see we have this API alpha vantage API wrapper, right? So here you can see we are going to be use this alpha vantage API wrapper. So why we are using it? So we are using it for the currency converter. So using this particular API, we are going to be convert our currency. Means let's say we have a rupee, then we can convert into the dollar, or we have a dollar, then we can convert into the rupee. Okay. So what we are doing, we are going to be create an object of it. So here I have a function get exchange rate. I will be getting a response, and from this response, guys, I will be getting the exchange rate. Okay. Now whatever like input we are going to be passed regarding that particular input, I'll be getting my exchange rate. So this is also one of the tool. So we have this arithmetic operation, then we have a currency converter tool. Okay, so I'll show you what I have to write over here in the currency converter tool. Now we have one more, that is expense calculator tool. So inside this expense calculator tool guys, again we'll have to define some custom function. So let me do one thing guys. First let me create a class over here. The class name is going to be calculator. Okay, calculator tool. Now what I will do, I'll be defining this def. Okay, then here is what, here is my init, and here is what, here's my self, right, self. Now guys, here you can see what we have created. We have created this class. The class name is what, calculator tool. Okay, now what I will do guys, I am going to be define some function over here. So my function is, sorry, we are going to be define some import statement. So import statement is going to be this calculator, means we are going to be delegate the calculation of calculation functionality. Okay, and here we'll only call the tool, right? So we have this function calculator, I'll be keeping inside the utils. Then we have the other one. The other one is going to be what, this is going to be like list and the tools itself. So let me create a list over here, and the next one is going to be tool. Okay, so inside this particular class, I'm going to be write my complete functionality guys. Then we have one more tool over here, one more file. The file is going to be place search. Okay, so let me do one thing, let me create a class for this place search also, and then I'll provide you this entire code so that you can go through with it. So here I'm going to be write this place search tool. Okay, now what I'm doing guys, I'm going to be create this dev init, and here is what, here is my self guys, this one, right? Then I'm going to write here pass, and I think we can write a further code inside this one. So this is also one of the class, and inside this particular class guys, we're going to create a another tools. So if we're talking about the if we're talking about the import statement, so this is going to be my import statement for this particular class. Another import statement is the Google Play Search tool, and the second is the Tably Play Search tool. So any of them we can use over here, and then here you can see the other one. We have a tool, we have a load.env, okay, list, OS, and all. So where we're gonna use it, you will get in some time once I will be writing a further code over here. Okay, I hope guys This is clear to all of you. Now, weather info, I already coded, I already written over here. Now, what I will do, so see, I will write a code inside this particular function, inside this particular tool, this currency conversion tool, expense calculator tool, and this place search tool. But first of all, guys, let me define some functionality inside this utils. Okay, this utils is very much important. So inside this utils, guys, as you can see, we have the calculator, config loader, currency converter, okay, model loader, place info search, save to document, weather info. So these all the tools are this all the files is available, and we are going to be delegate the calculations, right? Whatever calculation is there with respect to this particular tools, we are going to be delegate all the converse all the calculation inside this file. So here is my one file, guys. The first file is the calculator. Okay, so let me write over here, or what I can do, I can make it as an expense calculator, because here you can see we have make a changes inside the name. So I'm just going to be copy this name, and I'm going to be keep it over here. I'm just going to be rename it. So let me write this name, expense calculator dot py. Okay, now once I will write it, guys, so here you can see I'm not getting any sort of a error. So inside this particular file, I'm going to be keep my all the calculation related functionality. So I'm going to be open this expense calculator. Okay, and here inside this expense calculator, I'm going to be create a function. So I have a class. This class name is called calculator. Okay, now this class basically it's able to do the entire calculation for me. So here I'm going to be define my static method. So let me define my static method over here. The first static method is going to be multiply. So let me create a multiply method. Now this multiply method will take two numbers. Okay, it will take a and b, right? So this will take a and b, and it's going to be perform the multiplication of the given value. See, this is not a tool, this is a simple method, the static method, guys. Okay, so here is my first method. Now what I'm doing, guys, I'm going to be create the second method also. So here the second method is going to be what I already capped with me, so that I can directly show you. So see, this is the second method, guys. The second method name is what? Calculate total. So whatever provide value I will provide, it's going to be perform a sum of it. Means, let's say if I'm going to be provide any sort of a list or tuple, it's going to be perform a calculation with respect to that. Now what I'm doing, guys, I'm going to be create one more tool over, sorry, one more method over here. The method name is going to be calculated daily budget. Okay, so this is my method. The next method, calculated daily budget. So whatever value I'm going to be provide over here, totals, and here is my days. I'm just going to be like I just written this particular logic, total, whatever value is there, total divided by days. Okay, if days is greater than 0, otherwise 0, right? So this is the logic, so that I like here there won't be any sort of a like zero division, right? Otherwise we'll have to be handled with the exception block. So now here, guys, you can see, so this is going to be calculated daily budget, means whatever total budget is there, we are just going to be divided with the days, number of days only. So this is the expense calculator, okay, based on the daily budget, and here is my total calculation, and this is the simple multiplication method. Now I'm going to be write some other basically calculations. So next one is going to be a currency converter. So inside this particular basically file, I'm going to be write a method, or I'm going to be write a functionality for converting a currency. So here, guys, you can see we have a class. The class name is what? Currency converter. It is taking a base URL. Okay, this will take a API key from where? From the exchange API key. Now what it will do after taking a API key, then what it will do, it will take an amount from currency to currency, means in which currency we need to be convert. Okay, now this is my URL. It will fetch a response. Okay, if response code is not going to be 200, in that case it's going to be raise an exception. If response code is going to be 200, in that case it is going to be pass the rate to me. All right, okay. So response.json and conversion rate. So see, I will be getting a rate. Now what I will do, guys, see here, if two currency not in rates, right? So I'm going to be raise a value error. Okay, not found in an exchange rate, in this currency is does not exist. Otherwise we are going to be like return the particular amount based on the exchange rate and all. Okay, so this is the simple logic which we have made with respect to the currency converter, and it's going to be convert with respect to the latest currency rate. Okay, which we are going to be fetch using this exchange API. Now config loader is there, where we have already written a code, right? Currency converter is there, we have already written a code. Then here is an expense calculator, so we have already written a code over here. Now model loader, I think it was already there, already done. So as you can see, we are going to be load a LM based on the preference. So let's say we are going to be pass the OpenAI key, the OpenAI name, model name, so we are going to be load the OpenAI based model. If we are going to be pass the grok, so we are going to be load the grok based model. Now there is two more thing, place info search and the save to document. So first let's try to write a code inside this place info search. Okay, what could be the like logic over here with respect to search any place from the with respect to any place from like any real time place and all. So here for finding out place guys, place info search, what I'm doing, I'm going to be give you the code, okay, which is already with me. See, this is the code guys, it is a little huge, so that's why I'm providing you directly. So what I'm doing here, so first class is a Google Play search tool. Now this class basically is having multiple method. The first method, Google search attraction. So if I'll pass a place over here, so it is going to be provide me a top attractive place. Okay. Then Google search restaurant. If I'm going to be place up, if I'm going to be pass a place, so it is going to be provide me a top restaurant. Okay. Now here Google search activity. So it is going to be provide me an activity. Okay, the popular activity in the specific city. Now here is a Google search transportation. So it is going to be provide me a transportation with respect to that particular city. Okay. So this entire information we are going to be fetch in a real time using the gplace API. The gplace Google map API, or you can say gplace API is being provided by the Google itself. Couple of requests is free over there. If you are going to be create your account over the Google, and if you are going to be create your account with a 300 credit, the free 300 credit, you will be able to get this gplace API. Okay, in some time I'll show you. Now here I define one more thing, one more tool to scrap the internet, that is tably place search. So here you can see guys, we are going to be we are going to be like fetch up places. Okay, so we have defined a tably search, we are providing a topic, and here is my answer. So then this is my tably tool. Now what I will do, I'm going to be invoke my tably tool with this particular query. See, top attractive places. Now in the next tool, you in the next invoke, you can see what are the top 10 restaurant, okay, in the given place. Now then the next one is going to be what, next one is going to be activity in the around. Okay, then what are the difference between made of the transportation available. So here I written a further code guys. If you want to test it this entire thing, you can test over here, otherwise I can simply remove this particular code. As of now it is not required. So Tably thing is there, Tably API key is there, as well as this gplace. Okay, the Google Map API key API is there. With that, we are able to find out a real-time information right inside my code. So Google Play Search tool, and the second is what, Tably Play Search tool. Now what I will do, so here is my next is what, save document. So whatever information I'm getting guys, I can probably save that particular information with the like any sort of a document. So here I written a code, simple code, to save my information in a markdown file. You know what is a markdown file? The syntax or the extension of the markdown file is going to be .md. Okay, we are going to be save our data. So whatever text we'll get, so we'll take that particular text. Here is my directory, output directory. If this directory is not going to be exist, we are going to be make the directory. Okay, now here is a heading of it, here is a response text, and see we are going to be add some like we are going to be write some other some other code for creating a file. So here I'm going to be open the file, I'm going to be write the data, and my file is getting saved over here. Okay, if there is any error, we are going to be handle it with this exception block. So guys, we have written a calculation with respect to each and every tool. Let me give you the walkthrough again. So first is what? First is my config. Okay, we are going to be load a config. Then second is a currency converter. We are going to be convert our currency. Then third is basically expense calculator. We are going to be calculate expense, multiply. Okay, if there is any multiplication between the value, we are going to be use this method. Calculation total. So we are going to be calculate total, the complete sum. Okay, then here is a calculated daily budget. So we are going to be calculated daily budget over here. Then a model loader, I think I already explained you this one. So we have a class model loader, and inside this particular class, we are having this load LLM. Now this load LLM is helping to us for loading a model. As you can see over here, this is the complete code. Then place info search, which I already explained you this particular method. We are going to be search a place with this two classes. First is the Google Play search tool. There we have this all the methods. Okay. Then the next one is going to be Tably Play search tool. So where we have this all the method. I hope you got it. Now, if you want to save the data, so we can save the data with this markdown form in this markdown format. So this is my complete code for it. Now, if we want to be like get a weather information, so here is the real-time API for that, and this I already discussed in my previous class. If you don't know about it, you can simply check out to get the forecast weather as well as to get the current weather. This two method is there, the two function is there. Okay. Now what I'm doing, guys, so here I'm going to be write a further calculation inside the tool, and after that I'll be providing you the code, and then we are going to be generate a API key. So we have a arithmetic operation tool. See, this is all the arithmetic operation. Then we have a currency conversion. So we have to write a code inside the currency conversion tool. So guys, here is my currency conversion tool. Let me show you. See, this is the tool basically which I created over here. So currency converter, right? So what we are doing, see, this is my tool, this one. Now currency converter tool, what it will take a amount, okay, and it's going to be called this particular method, this convert method. Now where this method is going to be exist, if you will see, guys, this method is going to be exist over here inside the utils. See, this is the currency converter. So we are going to be called this convert method. Okay, this convert method. Now over here, guys, see what we have. We have this convert method. We are going to be pass our amount from currency to currency, and we'll be able to get our exchange currency over here, right? Now apart from this one, guys, you can see what we have. If you will check, okay, so we have some other tool like expense calculator is also there. Inside this also we haven't written any sort of a code inside this like expense calculator. So let me define a code inside this expense calculator also, so that you can take it and basically you can calculate the expenses. So what I'm doing, guys, see, my pattern is pretty much same for calculating any sort of for creating any sort of a tool. I have this method, this setup tools. Okay, this is the private method under the class. The class name is what? Calculator tool. Now this setup tool is a method. Now what I'm doing, I'm calling this setup tool over here, and it will give me the list of tool over here, calculator tool list. Okay, so this is all the tool which we are getting over here inside the list, right? So I'll be getting inside this variable. So how we are getting, because we are going to be written from here. Now if you will see the tool, so first tool is the estimated tool, total hotel cost, calculate total expense, and calculate daily expense. Now this functionality we have already defined where? This functionality we have already defined inside this expense calculator, as you can see, right? So each and every functionality we have defined over here, and what we are doing, guys, if you will check, so we are just going to be called the required method. So we are going to be called this multiply, we're going to call this calculate total, we're going to call this calculate daily budget. Okay, so this is all the calculation, sorry, this is all the tool which we have, right? And here you can see we are going to be delegate the calculation in the utils file, and then here see we are going to be return this specific tool. So whenever this tool will come and we'll be passing any sort of a parameter to this one, automatically this function is going to be triggered, and we'll be able to get the required uh, the required calculated value. Then we have the next one, place search tool. As you can see, guys, we haven't kept anything over here inside the place search tool. Now let me show you what will come inside this place search tool. Okay, so inside this place search tool, guys, you can see we have a tool list. Again, in the same way, I'm going to be follow the same method. So I'm going to be initialize this Google Place Search API key. Then the second one is the Tably Search API key. Okay, then here you can see, guys, we have what? We have this setup tool called. Okay, so we are going to be call this particular method, and this method basically is going to be written by all the tool. See, all the tools we have defined over here. Now we are going to be return this tool. All the tool will come basically inside this particular variable place search tool list. Now this tool, what it is doing, it's going to be take a place, okay, and based on the places, it's going to be written the info. As you can see, guys, what we are doing, we are going to be take a information from the Google search attraction. If this thing is going to be fail, so in exception we are going to be collected from the Tably API. Okay, so the Stably API, what it is doing, it's going to be scrap the information from the internet. So as you can see, guys, we have a code now in each and every file. We have kept it, and the code is very easy. So here is my all the tools, and apart from this one, you can see the entire calculations inside this file. Okay, so this file basically it's keeping the entire calculation. Now it's time to like write some more code, but before starting with the next one, let me give you this entire code. So I'm putting it inside the GitHub, and then I'll be taking it out if you have any. So here I'm going to be write git add dot, and then git commit -m code updated, and then here I'm writing git push, guys. So once I will do this one, this thing, my code would be updated over the GitHub. So let me show you with the recent commit how you will get your code. So okay, guys, so I'm able to do the commit. See, this is my latest commit ID, and my code is updated over here. If you check with the node, if you check with the tools, guys, inside the tools, you will find out the code. See, right just now I have updated this file, and if you will check with the other files, so here see utils is there, and this is the other files, right? So this is also updated, right? Now what I can do, I can share this GitHub so that you can take a look into this project, and you can execute it later on while you are watching this video, okay, while you are revising this concept. So I'm putting this link in the chat, guys. If you are clear with it, please do let me know. Are you saying you are not able to proper English? Other time is speaking in English only, na? I think so. You are hearing something else. Okay, guys, did you get it? Once you got a link, you can let me know. You can give me quick thumbs up fast. Just wanted to know if you got my code, guys. I'm waiting for a replies. And so you will give me a confirmation, then only I'll be proceeding. All good, Harsh? Okay, Harsh is saying all good. Ananta is saying, sir, all good. Okay, great, guys. Any more, guys? If you are following to me, then please give me quick confirmation in the chat so that I can proceed. I can tell you that what you can keep inside this .env, and yeah, for sure I'll keep all the keys over here. Okay. Okay, Asad is also saying yes, sir. Done. Great, Asad. Now, what about others? I think more than 90 people are watching to me. Okay, Rishabh is also saying good. Great, Rishabh. I just want a confirmation from the other folks. So Sunny, do we need to add credential for the key? Yes, this credential would be required. We have to add the keys over here. Otherwise, we won't be able to fetch the data in a real time. So I'm not going to use the OpenAI key. So let me remove from here. Let me keep it as it is. Later on, I keep my value. But as of now, I'm going to be use the Grok model. So this Grok model is a free one. It gives you the free access of couple of model. For sure, we can use it just to test our use case and all, and we're gonna use this particular key. Okay. Link I already given. Rohini, if you're not seeing the GitHub URL, I given you in the chat of the YouTube. Please check out with the YouTube chat. Okay, fine, perfect, great. So let's do one thing, guys. Let's start with this particular key. So I already created a key. Let me keep those particular key, and let me test my workflow, and then I will show you how you can get this key, right? So just a second, guys. I'm going to be keep my all the keys. This all the keys are freely available. I haven't pay anything for this particular key. So anyway, I will delete it after the session, so no one can use it. So I have a Tableau API key, I have a Open Weather Map API key, Exchange API Rate key, Grok API key, Google API key. Then we have a Gplace API key and the Foursquare API key, guys. Okay. Uh, I haven't I exposed my OpenAI API key, and yeah, for sure I should not do that. So now what I'm doing, guys, first of all, I'll show you how you have to execute this entire application. So for executing this application, guys, I think I given you the command inside this readme, right? Okay, so the command was not present regarding the execution. So let me write the command. First of all, I'll start my server, right? So where you will get your server. So see, I already created a API inside my main.py. So inside the main.py, guys, inside this file main.py. I created my API, right? So and here I'm calling this graph builder, and see this is my graph React graph. Okay, and I'm calling this React graph. So React graph dot invoke, and I'm passing my message, means whatever I'm getting from the UI, I'm passing it over here, and then I'm going to be written as a output. Okay, so guys, what I'm doing here, first of all, let me check out with my workflow. Then my workflow is ready or not. So if I will check my workflow, guys, so see, this is my complete workflow. So I'm going to be call each and every tool inside my workflow, means inside my graph builder. And then here is my tool. Okay, so this is my all the tool, and I'm going to be bind this particular tools with the LLM. So what I will get, guys, I'll be getting LLM with the tools. Okay, and then rest of the logic, I hope it is clear to all of you, because I already explained you this thing in my previous session, right? This entire logic. So you can check it out, you can look into it, and if you have any doubt later on, you can ask me, you can directly ping me over my LinkedIn, and for sure I'll try to reply you. Now the very first thing, guys, what we have to do for executing this application. So let me run the command, let me write a command. So I'm going to be execute my API, and I'm going to be like open or spin up my server. So the command for this one is very simple. uh, just give me a moment, I'm going to be execute that. Okay, so first of all, guys, I will have to activate my environment. So I'm going to be open my command prompt. Now over the command prompt, what I will do, I will copy the path of this environment. Okay, so it is there inside the script, and I'm going to be copy this path. Then I'm going to be clear my terminal. Okay, I can check all the libraries. So I just need to write this ub pip list. I will be getting my all the libraries, whatever have been installed over here. Okay, see, my package is also there. It's my local folder, this AI trip planner. It is also installed as a package. Now what I will do, guys, so first I will execute my streamlit application. So streamlit run, and then here is what, here is my file name. If you will check with your workspace, so see the file streamlit app.py. So I will write over here streamlit underscore app underscore dot py. So once I will write it down, guys, see my server is running. Okay, I can simply check out with this particular URL. I'll be getting my UI over here. So wait a minute, I will show you the UI. See, this is my UI, guys. Now to this UI, I can write any sort of a query. As of now, I created with a Streamlit, but in a real time, you can take a help of the React as well. Okay, React, TypeScript, anything you can use for creating it. So I'll pass my user input, and once I will send this user input through this UI, I'll be able to generate the response. Okay. Now what I'm doing, guys, so first of all, let me spin up my the let me execute my API call. Okay, so my ubicon server will be up and running. So give me a moment, I'm giving you the command for that. So the command basically for executing it, just a second. Yeah. Okay, so here I'm going to be right. As of now, if you will execute now, you will get an error. Okay, so my command is ubcon. I will have to open the new terminal. So, and again, we'll have to activate the environment over here. So script, then here is my activation file. I'll just copy the path of it and we'll pass it over here. Then CLS. Now here, guys, I will write ubcon, ubcon. Okay, now I'll write my file name. So what is my file name, guys? Main. So I'll write main over here, then app. Okay, I can specify my port number as well if I want to specify. Otherwise, see, I will write the reload over here. So it's going to be reload automatically when I'm making any sort of a changes. Okay, now here I can define my port number. So let's say the port number, what was my port number? If you check with the UI, guys, so the mapping with what, so it was like mapping with the 8000. So I'm going to be right over here 8,000. So Ubicon main app reload port and the port number is 8,000. Now once I will execute it, guys, see my application is running on top of this particular port. Okay, means I'm able to hitting my graph execution at this particular port. Now let me check with my Streamlit. Yes, it is also running. Let me do one thing. Let me press Control C, and again I'm going to be spin up, guys. Just a second. See, yeah. So yeah, this is also working fine. I'll simply open the UI. So see, this is my UI, guys. If everything is fine, everything is perfect. Means if there is no issue, no error, I will be able to execute my application. So I'm writing a same query: plan a trip to Goa for 5 days. So once I'll send it, guys, see here my bot is thinking. It's saying bot failed response. Location body query field required input. Question: plan a trip to Goa. Okay, so let me check out with my file if something is missing over there. And here is my app. So it is saying post query for unprocessable entity. Just a second, guys. Let me check out with my main.py file. This is my file, guys. Okay, React app. Here I'll be getting a React app and then React app dot invoke. Okay, so whatever message I'll be getting, I'm just going to be invoke it over here. Uh, React app dot invoke. Yeah, if you want the latest code, I can push it right now. Even you can try out from your end. So just a second, guys. Let me write over here git add dot, and here is what git commit hyphen m code updated, and I'm going to be right over here git push, guys. So nothing was there to change, and yes, so everything is up to date. So let me do one thing, guys. Let me mention this command. The command is going to be, the first command is streamlit. Okay, so streamlit run stream lit underscore app dot py, right? So this is the first one. The second command is going to be this one, the ubicon command. Let me copy and paste from here. So I'm going to be copy and paste. So here is what, here is my command, guys. You can simply copy it from the clipboard. I mentioned this one. So now let me make a changes. So git add, then here is git commit, then here is a git push. Okay, so yes, guys, the changes have been made. You can simply check out the command over here. So if I'll open my GitHub, uh, I think it was already opened over here, this one. If I'll refresh now, you will be able to get both of the command inside the readme. See, if the first one was the streamlit run app.py, and the second basically ubicon main app reload port number 888. Okay, so simply you can check out this particular application, you can run it. Now what I'm doing, I'm just checking with my error, and meanwhile, guys, you can also learn this thing parallelly. Here I'm going to check with the ubicon, sorry, my this main.py file. I believe, guys, everything is clear, but let me take a surety from my code, which I was running in my system. Okay, means earlier, like to this session, now I just checked with my code, so I'm cross checking with that if everything is same or not. So here I'm going to be define this thing. Yeah, guys, so this is perfect. Okay, this I define agents dot workflow. Now what was my file? Agentic workflow. So let me write over here agentic workflow. Okay, so this was a correct name. Now apart from this, everything was perfect. Fast API is there, add middleware is there, queries coming, that is perfect. Then React graph. Okay, and if I will check over here, then I'm going to call this underscore underscore call. This is also perfect. Now let me do one thing, guys. Again, let me spin up the server. Okay, this is completed and my UI is already running. So let me check out at the first place, because multiple at multiple places I have executed it. So just a second. Let me close like all the unnecessary one first of all. So this is closed and this is also closed, right? Now what I will do, I'll check again. So running fast API. This is perfect. And here is my URL, guys. So I'll simply press the Control C, or I will delete this particular. I'll kill it. Okay. I'm going to be open the new one here, and then here is my environment. I will take this path, activate.path, copy path, and here I'm going to paste it. So let me put the CLS and then streamlit run streamlit underscore run, sorry, underscore app dot py, guys. So see, my application is running now. I can simply test out with this one. If everything is fine, guys, I should not get any error. Just a second, let me again write. Plan a trip to Goa for 5 days. Okay. Board failed to respond. What is this issue? Got imported Google Maps Python package. Fine, perfect, guys. So I think we need to be install this particular package. Just a second, I'm going to be install this package and I'm going to be mentioned inside the requirement.txt also. So what I'm doing, I'm going to be mention this package in a requirement.txt. I think it was not there, guys, this package. So let me mention it. Okay. And here, let me install it in the command prompt. So this is the environment. I'm going to be copy the path of it again. See on the different terminal, guys, I'm going to be activate this environment. Now let me take a command from here, pip install. See, we are going to be use the UV, right? So we'll write the UV, and with the UV it will be able to install. So the command is what? Pip install. Okay. So see the guys, the package is installed. Now let me make a request one more time. So here again write a question, plan a trip to Goa for 5 days. Now if I will execute it, let's see. See guys, again I might get any error, the package related issue and the error. Okay. Okay, perfect, guys. So see, guys, here I'm able to get a detail. I'm able to get a output. So is it's a AI travel plan, and see, it is giving me a like the complete detail. I can simply copy it out in a complete markdown format. It is generating. Now for the day one, arrival in Goa, day two, day three, day four, day five, and here you can see the detailed cost analysis. As you can see, right now, apart from this one, guys, you can see we have a weather detail, we have a currency conversion, then we have a mode of the transportation, we have a daily expenses, and this is the file and note. So this is representing as a summary, guys. I hope it is clear. You can check out with the other question also. If everything is perfect, it will be able to generate an answer. So here I am writing plan a trip for Dubai, right? Plan a trip to Dubai for 7 days. Now let's see, guys, whether it is able to generate an answer or not. So see, my board is thinking. It will pick up information in a real time. It will make all the calculation with the respective tool, and then it's going to be generate a final answer. Okay. So how many of you are able to execute it? The package which was missing, I already mentioned inside the requirement.txt, guys. Perfect, guys. So here you can see the detail, the complete detail. The day one, arrival in Dubai. Day two, classical Dubai, modern Dubai, desert adventures, cultural experience, offbeat Dubai, then departure at 7 day. Sorry, at day seven. Then here you can see the recommendation in the cost, luxury option, then mid-range option, then budget option. And here you can see, guys, the place of the attraction, Burj Khalifa, Dubai Miracle Garden, Hatta Dam. First time I'm hearing about it. Okay, it haven't mentioned about the mall and all, right? The Dubai Mall, which is the biggest mall in the world. So recommendation restaurant in price C at Mosphere, Burj Khalifa, Al Malaha, and the other information, guys. See how long the information have been generated, and it is able to save the entire information over here as well. So let me show you the output. It has created a folder because I mentioned in the code, or else we can execute it separately and we can get that. Okay, we'll have to check, guys. I think I haven't checked with that the output folder, but we can save. See, you can save this thing as a docx, as a markdown, as a pdf, in whatever way you want to be generate this output, you can do. See, I already done this save to document. uh we'll have to check whether I'm able to, whether I'm calling it or not. Means I'm okay, so here the location is not correct. It is, my location is AI trip planner, and here I written AI travel planner. So let me correct this location in the first place. So what I'm doing, guys, I'm just going to be change a name of it. Okay, so let me check out with the exact name. What was the name? So the name was the AI trip planner. That's why, guys, I was surprised why it is not generating. So AI trip underscore P L A double N E R, right? Now it's perfect, guys. I think now it should generate a output directory as well. So what I'm doing, again, I'm going to be check. Here I'm writing the next one. So plan a trip. Where you want to go, guys? Tell me. Uh, at which place, for which place should I like plan a trip? Okay, so plan a trip of to Thailand, THAILAND, Thailand for next 10 days. Okay, I think 10 days is enough in the Thailand. So okay, the plan spelling is not right, so let me write a correct spelling. And if I'm going to send it, if everything is perfect, guys, I will get a response. So here, let's see. Okay, so guys, see day by day itinerary. Plan day one, day two, day three, day four, day five, and the plan two. Right, everything is being generated along with the complete detail. It is like the see the length of the response. Okay, and maybe I will get the output over here. Let me check out, guys. If everything is perfect, I'll be getting the output. Tools directory. What is the directory here? It should be os. Okay, this is the directory now. I don't make directory. And okay, directory is the output directory. Agent tool. It's not coming. Why it is not coming? Okay, output is here. Directory exists. Okay, true. Response text directory active planner. Okay, fine, guys. So you can check out with this one why it is not generating. I think you will have to be give the correct path. I haven't checked with it, but yeah, it is able to show me the response, right? Great, perfect. Okay. So what you have to do, guys, next, what is the next thing? So what we'll do, we'll plan a deployment of it if possible in the upcoming days, or we'll record a video or and we'll publish on top of this channel. Okay. So I hope, guys, you like this project, and I already give you the complete project. Let me add the changes, whatever changes are there. Git commit hyphen m code is code updated. Okay, and then I can push it. So here I can write git push, guys. So whatever changes was there, I simply pushed it. Now one more thing is remaining, how you will get this open this keys. Okay, so let me show you this as well. From which places, guys, you will be getting this entire keys. So here is a four square, guys. You can either use the Google, this Google AI the Google search places, okay, or else you can take this four square. You can search about this four square. So once you will log in, guys, it will give you the key of it. See, this is the complete detail why we are using this four square. Now here is a Google Map API key. Simply you will search with the Google. Okay, you will be getting this particular API key. I'll mention all this link in the description itself so that you can get it. Okay, so see, I am able to my API is enabled and I'm able to generate this one. Now apart from this one, guys, see, here is a API key for what? Exchange API key. So I already get a free API key. Once you will search this exchange API key, you will get an option for generating the API key of it. Okay, now here is my another one. So this is the open weather map API key. Once you will create an account of it, and once you will check out with the key section, you will be able to generate the API key of it. Okay, so likewise, guys, once you will directly search with the Google, you will be able to get the API key. It is very easy to get and easy to collect, and then you can mention it over here. Okay, first you can check it out inside your IPYNV file whether it is working or not. If it is working fine, then you can mention it over here and you can execute your application. Okay, for sure, this is my all the free key, so that's why I'm exposing to everyone. And I will delete it after the session, right? So I hope you liked this project. So how many of you guys like you are able to execute it and you are able to generate a response through this application after getting the API key? Pretty good one, guys. Love it. Okay, great. Why LLM ops instead of the LLM? See, ops means what? After developing the project, we can deploy it also, right? So we can create a complete CI/CD, the complete cloud configuration inside this code, right? So wherever we have to keep the data or wherever we have to deploy, either on EC2 or any serverless service. So for sure we can do that. Okay, so that part also will be coming up, and yeah, I hope so, like you understood it, and then the next part is going to be deployment. So for sure we'll learn it in upcoming future session, and before that, be ready with this project so that later on we can deploy. Now one more task you can take over here. You can save this entire identity plan in these in one document, and that document basically automatically should be downloaded inside a local system, right? Great, guys. Evaluation matrices wise, you can use any of them. I would suggest you like use the perplexity score if you want to be check the quality of the generation, or else like you can define some fallback condition, some fallback data, and all. With that, also you can uh, check your final generated result. Okay. So likewise, guys, you can validate this output, or else what you can do, you can orchestrate your flow in such a way that after generating a response, automatically it's going to be validated, and then you are getting a final answer. Okay, fine, guys. So I hope you love this session. We have completed it within like a 1 hour itself. So I started at 9 o'clock and it is 10 o'clock. So we'll see you soon in the next session, next upcoming session. And yeah, this project and the entire detail you will find out in the description. Until and unless, guys, check out with the previous videos, day one, day two, and the other one which Mayank has uploaded. So this four project was completely for the community, so that everyone can learn and everyone can learn the LLM ops, means how to develop a project, and then next how to deploy that. So fine. Thank you, guys. Bye bye. Take care. Soon, Chris sir will also appear on the channel with some good project. And this is it from my end. I'll see you in the next session. Thank you. Bye bye. Take care, guys.